Alright everyone, today on Insane Legal Decisions, we're going to read a little screed verbatim, actually, here. Judge gives Proud Boys trademark to historic black church. CNN's Laura Coates speaks with Metropolitan AME Church pastor William H. Lamar IV after his church was awarded the trademark to the Proud Boys name to satisfy a legal judgment against the group stemming from a 2020 act of vandalism. Now, what was the act of vandalism? The act of vandalism was the removal of a BLM flag. That's literally all that happened. It was minor vandalism. This is a misdemeanor offense, by the way, although, artificially upgraded to a hate crime under the circumstances because of the aggrieved party. So the Proud Boys no longer exist, effectively, because their trademark has been transferred artificially to a historically black church for literally no reason. Nobody was harmed. There was no act of violence committed. There was no felony committed, although, again, artificial upgrade crime is a thing in the country now. But still the judge decided, well, you can basically steal the name Proud Boys for literally nothing. You lost a goddamn flag. It is a piece of cloth. You'd be better off, this same judge, if you were to burn a U.S. flag in the street, probably wouldn't have acted at all. I would point that out. The fact that it was a Black Pride flag, so-called Black Lives Matter, really Black Pride, all of a sudden becomes very meaningful. These cases are frivolous at best, and it keeps happening over and over again. Like, imagine that you decide to, skid your car and put skid marks in the street. Well, disorderly conduct. You're a public nuisance. It's a very minor misdemeanor. But if you do it on the Pride sidewalk, all of a sudden it becomes a hate crime and you can get severely punished for it. It makes absolutely no sense. The way the law is being administered in these cases is nonsensical. And we've seen it before. We've literally seen it. The skid marks on the Pride flag sidewalk thing has been around for quite some years now. I think the first case of that happening was 2019 or something like that, so it's been a while. The same is true here. Let's say that I go to a building and I pull down the U.S. flag and burn it on the sidewalk. Mere act of vandalism. I'm not going to lose the ability to fly the American flag as a result of this. But if the Proud Boys go to a historic black church, which means absolutely nothing to anyone who's sensible, and pulls down the BLM flag and decides to rip it in half, all of a sudden the entire organization loses their ability to use the name Proud Boys. This should be appealed. This is a nonsensical verdict. It's completely asinine in every way. Now, do I support the Proud Boys, at least in all of their ideology? Not entirely, to be clear. They're more nationalistic than I am. But should they lose the ability to use their actual name of their organization long-standing simply because one member decided to rip down a flag? No, I don't believe that they should. Poor decision-making? Yes. Is it a major crime? Was anyone hurt? Did they burn down the church or something like that? No? What are you talking about then, dude? It's basically petty larceny at that point. It makes absolutely no sense. Petty larceny / vandalism should not result in you unilaterally being able to lose the copyright rights to the term for your entire organization. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Again, it's the same thing that we've seen from the so-called justice system over the last few years. Rules for thee, not for me. If left-wingers randomly go and attack, some organization, let's say they attack the Proud Boys, for example. Let's say the Antifa decides to get into it with the Proud Boys. Probably not a good idea, by the way. And they drag off the Gadsden flag. Does that mean that Antifa loses its rights to fly the Antifa flag? Are they going to be treated similarly? Probably not. And there was nothing unique about this case either. It was a petty act of vandalism. This is an intermediate misdemeanor at most. This is not even a felony. But because of the nature of what they were removing in the process of the vandalism, all of a sudden it gets artificially upgraded to like I think a Class B felony or something like that. And this has happened before. It's not the only case. Absolutely nonsensical in every possible way, shape, and form. The judge should be kicked out, actually, for making this decision. Because it's so stupid. Stupid people probably shouldn't be judges. Just saying, it's probably not a great idea to have morons on the bench. It's a bad idea, you know. It's completely nonsensical. This decision, by the way, probably will not hold up on appeal, assuming that it's appealed. Giving the trademark of Proud Boys, whatever you think of them, to a black church for no reason. I mean, they're not going to capitalize upon it. I guess they might use it for a youth group name or something like that, simply because somebody took a flag down and destroyed it, is absolutely, I mean, it's God-forsaken, quite literally. Again, I was struggling. When I first saw the story, I figured it was satire. I'm like, ha ha ha, this can't possibly be real. I get several messages about it. People are DMing me with the news, as they do every day. And I'm like, okay, I'm assuming that this is a satirical story. It's basically, oh, yeah, haha, far left, you know, activism on the bench, and it can't possibly be real. Then I find out that it is real. And I was like, holy shit. And by shit, I mean fuck. Because I couldn't even believe what I was reading. You can take the live link if you want to see the actual video itself. You can see that on the archive. I've got the archived link there to deprive CNN of ad revenue, not without good reason. But I was looking at the story and I was like, what the hell am I even reading? It makes absolutely no sense. And this is a case from 2020. This is years old, by the way. This happened a long time ago. It's not even a violent crime. And yet all of a sudden it's breaking news, you know, on page A, basically. And the Proud Boys being deprived of the ability to use the term Proud Boys simply because somebody decided to pull down a flag. I don't understand it in any way. It doesn't make any sense at all. That's about all. Peace out.